Hello, it's Foreign News O'Clock on Allnews Nigeria. I am Opeyemi Olugbemi. Here are the headlines for today. Biden vows to investigate COVID-19 origin. European Union seals deal to supply Ukraine with weapons. Now the news in detail. A bill requiring the release of intelligence materials on potential links between the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic and a laboratory in the Chinese city of Wuhan has been signed into law by United States President Joe Biden. Joe Biden has vowed his administration will declassify as much information about the origins of COVID-19 as possible, including any potential links to a Chinese research lab. Mr. Biden's bill, which he said would only limit the sharing of any information that would harm national security, comfortably passed through both the Senate and House of Representatives. Any relevant documents must be published within 90 days of the bill being signed. It comes after FBI Director Christopher Wray revealed the agency thought the virus most likely came from a Chinese laboratory leak. He said Beijing, which has consistently rejected that assessment, was doing its best to thwart and obfuscate international efforts to learn more about the pandemic's origins. The United States Energy Department has also reportedly assessed with low confidence that the pandemic resulted from an unintended lab leak in China. COVID-19 first emerged in the city of Wuhan in late 2019 before being declared a pandemic in early 2020 countries around the world to go into lockdowns. The World Health Organization's official position, according to a 2021 report, is that it is extremely unlikely the virus came from the Wuhan lab, but did not completely rule it out. It said the most likely explanation was that the virus originated in a bat before crossing to an intermediary animal and then jumping to humans. A recent study linked the virus to raccoon dogs at a Wuhan market. Recall that China had been accused of spying on the United States with a spy balloon. Also, the budding relationship between Russia's President Vladimir Putin and China's President Xi Jinping has been somewhat questionable and poses risks. In other news, European Union ministers have reached a deal to supply Ukraine with 1 million rounds of shells to bolster its defenses against Russia's invasion. Earlier on Monday, the United Union most senior diplomat Josep Borrell warned that there would be difficulties if EU foreign and defense ministers failed to reach a deal to replenish Ukraine's dwindling stocks. EU foreign and defense ministers are still fine-tuning a €1 billion plan for the joint procurement of ammunition by the Brussels-based European Defense Agency. First proposed by Estonia and inspired by the bloc's joint purchase of COVID vaccines, such an agreement would be a significant moment for the EU, which has limited experience of the joint purchase of military supplies. So far, about 15 countries are expected to take part in the voluntary initiative. Ministers are also discussing a separate €1 billion proposal to reimburse member states that supply Ukraine with ammunition via the EU's European Peace Facility, EPF. Since Russia invaded Ukraine last February, the EU has pledged €3.6 billion to fund arms and non-lethal aid for Ukraine via the EPF, a fund created in 2021 to strengthen security. Under the latest plan, €1 billion from the EPF would be earmarked to fund ammunition for Ukraine. And that's it on the news. To keep up with All News Nigeria, kindly follow us on all social media platforms displayed on the screen. We'll be back with more news updates tomorrow. Until then, stay tuned. I am Opeyemi Olugbemi. Do have a lovely evening.